Quinn.
Quinn. Is
Quinn.
it Quinn or Quinn?
Quinn.
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 Quinn, would you like to join us?
All right, this is a gentleman that we just met in the lobby a couple hours ago.
How are you guys?
I'm going to let Quinn introduce his channel. We're happy to have you here.
Thank you.
And
Please tell us exactly what you're all about, because we have no idea. Unlike we have all seen the zombie peripherally, but we don't know you.
For sure. No, I'm on the outskirts. Absolutely. I'm Quinn. My channel's Mid-Earth Crypto. So I live in Ecuador normally full time. I'm in the States for the last few months because my wife and I just had our first son. So awesome.
What's the name?
Aiden Quinn.
I like that.
Yeah. Well, maybe for the like the third or fourth. I got to get like the lineage in there. But so basically, I've been going to a lot of conferences. I started off trying to go to conferences and get around some clout chasers. I went and I worked for John McAfee for 6 months and got well known in the sense of like I got to meet a lot of people, but I wasn't big myself, so I was able to make friends with the right people.
How is working for John McAfee?
Hectic. It's a stressful environment for sure.
He did for 3 months.
Yeah.
For 3 months. Give us a day in the life, if you would.
Is he obviously we know the guy's a genius, rich, smart businessman,
Definitely intelligent.
or
sure.
is he a smart businessman? Because he does some crazy stuff.
I think he's a master manipulator. So I think he's intelligent for sure. That's not even a question. He's a mathematician. I don't know what his coding ability is. I don't know what his technical ability is. I've seen him struggle with an EOS wallet before, so that's what I'll say at that point.
He got in early, and he's obviously intelligent in tech for creating
For
McAfee
sure.
systems.
Yeah,
That's all I know.
Give Mike a shout out.
Hey, Mike, appreciate you, man. Mike Benz, you've been active on this chat the whole time, dude. Appreciate you.
There you go, Benz.
So let's ask him some general questions.
I want to know one more, a little deeper into John McAfee, because before the mics got on, you said a little more than hectic. You said that
It's stressful. So the day in the life, it's a lot of alcohol and it's a lot of volatility. He invents these stories where he's being chased by the cartel.
is that true?
I personally have never been around. When I was there for 3 months, there were multiple attempted grabbings or sequesters that I was never witnessed anything. So I didn't see anything actually happen. What do you guys think?
Fibbo Swanee wants to know, what does this guy do?
What do I do?
Oh.
So right now, what I'm trying to do is
Why should we care about this interview?
Absolutely.
Is the question.
Yeah, you shouldn't yet. I'm not going to be anything right now. What I'm trying to do is front run the market into Latin America. So I live in Ecuador. What I'd like to do is eventually create content just as everybody else in this group does, but in Spanish. And I want to target the Latin user down in Latin America because there's really not a good YouTuber presence for Spanish speaking.
Is Dash involved in Latin America?
They're in Venezuela right now. So I live in
Dash.
Ecuador, and actually one of the cool things I can say on that is Dash started in Caracas, and the big thing that happened with adoption was Wendy's, like the food chain, Wendy's burgers. And so Wendy's started accepting Dash as a form of payment. And we have a huge migrant issue but we had 1 million Venezuelan migrants come over the border into Ecuador. And when that happened, all these Venezuelans came with their Dash on their phone wanting to buy. And so what happened is Guayaquil is the city in Ecuador that was the first place outside of Venezuela to start accepting Dash payments. So I didn't even know this. I had no idea. I'm going to buy a burger with my wife, and all of a sudden I can see in the little window sticker Dash. And it was, okay, so that's how it's going to start. I think when countries suffer hyperinflation, and instead of just going through what Venezuela went through, decide to exit towards Bitcoin, we'll start seeing mass adoption. That's my opinion.
Do you pay in Dash? Do you utilize that? Or?
I don't personally. I'm not there. I do use crypto on the daily. It's what I use to transfer funds internationally if I'm trying to
What crypto?
My biggest crypto right now is Tron. Tron,
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in the Tron dApp. So I got into the dApp space early, which was lucky for me.
So what is the best dApp on Tron? Because the whole space is struggling to find a great dApp.
Sure.
And it's gambling.
Absolutely. Yeah, it is gambling. You're right. So the first one, the front runner was TronBet, and they were like the first to market. They've done the biggest volume. They've put out the best numbers, made the most money. I'm a big, I have Anti. They just recently have got a listing on Binance. So they're going to be the first Tron coin that is going to be listed on Binance. That's August 8th.
And what's the ticker? Do you know?
What's the ticker? What do you mean?
For the coin?
Like, what is
Wink, or WIN is going to be the coin that's on Binance.
Win.
WinCoin. Wink.org is the name of the site. I don't want to actually show them because they're not my favorite dApp right now. I personally don't like the way they handled the whole transition because it didn't put the community first. It wasn't decentralized. It's a cap. It's not a dApp. It's not a decentralized app. It's a centralized app.
That ruins it for me.
So
It does.
A lot of people are asking you to plug your channel so they can make sure to follow
Sure,
you.
thank you. Mid-Earth Crypto. I'm Mid-Earth Crypto on YouTube, Twitter, and across all channels. So I appreciate that, guys.
But also, yeah, go follow this guy. But a lot of people are kind of like wondering, finally, somebody who's like really in the know on Tron. Not that you're a spokesperson for the company,
Sure.
but like, how do you kind of rationalize all the overhyping that
Yeah.
Justin Sun does versus actual things that's going on? You know,
It's not good. I don't like it. I think that Tron would do well to have a professional marketing team come in place and take control of his Twitter and help. I think that he's a great asset. He's a master marketer, but I think there are situations that have been handled in the past. Tesla events.
I mean,
You know?
I mean, there's people have made videos on videos
Sure.
about all like the soccer team partnership.
Yeah, that's terrible. I mean, I would try to chop that up if I'm trying to rationalize as a language barrier, but in all reality, I think it's overextending your reach a little bit. He's trying too much on some things where, you know,
Yes, Trump has excelled by.
Trump.
And so has Tron. Well, just from the overhyping.
Sure. I mean, it's fake it till you make it kind of thing, guys,
I'm
right?
just saying that's that kind of precedent of like tweeting like that.
It works, right? It's not, it's yeah.
Do you think the BitTorrent token is a good idea?
All right, so I got to tour their offices last month. I was very fortunate to win a giveaway. Just that's how I've kind of put myself in this position to be here.
BitTorrent offices specifically?
Specifically, where we'll be going tomorrow morning.
Oh,
And-
really? The
yeah.
BitTorrent?
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's where we're going. That's
Oh,
where
I
we'll
just
be
thought it was
actually.
Tron.
It's the same office that's on the same floor. So they have like one side is dedicated to Tron, and they have about 60 employees that are just chiming away on
Let's
BitTorrent.
get that real close to his
For
face.
sure, absolutely.
So, they
So
all know you there.
All right, get him all over.
I've met everybody there. Yeah, we're friendly. So Roy and Jason will probably be the guys that meet us and do like the walkthrough. Cliff Edwards is the director of communications. He'll be the guy that
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey is the guy that's coordinating all the. I think Jeffrey is helping Cliff, but you know, Cliff is the guy that I know. He's the guy that was in the picture with Tron yesterday with the hold up photo by the Bay Bridge.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes.
so-
I thought that was the bodyguard.
Yeah, well, it's I think that was a joke. I think
Okay.
it was a little joke. Yeah, Cliff. Maybe he is. Like he could be trained, but Cliff's a very nice guy. He's that's my connection to them, and so we're gonna go tour that office. But when I did tour that office, to get back to the question, I was impressed by what I saw. There were 50 guys just grinding out, plugged in, working hard. They had a big roadmap up on the wall
Good.
that we had to sign NDAs for that went out to 2022. There was detailed, just lots of focused content that was like impressive to me with their system. So Project Atlas launched or is supposed to be launching now with the BTFS. I think it's going to be the future for what can maybe destabilize media content in China, because right now it's very censored, right? So you can't get everything.
Absolutely.
What stops? How does the Chinese government stop Tron from uploading media content onto any one of their platforms through Bitcoin or BitTorrent is going to be the future, I think, to circumvent.
Because people smash the like.
Oh, okay, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking, guys. I mean,
And let me ask you this. Wait. Oh yeah. Well, I was going to ask you this. Going on that, why originally did you choose Tron over other DApp platforms?
so full transparency, complete honesty. Gambling. I found Tron Bet as a way to play with my Tron. Like I've never played with my crypto. I'm pretty new to the space. I bought Bitcoin in 2017 for $2,500. Sold it at 15K. Thought I was just this mad genius, and then got wrecked in January. Right.
Well, if you sold it at
Yeah,
15K.
Well, yes, but then I went into alts and got wrecked. So yes, you guys understand. So I spent all of Christmas, had a great Christmas, so that was good, but then got destroyed. And through the bear market, Tron was what I found to be something I could play with. And when again, full transparency, I just went on the site and started gambling. I gambled on the site for a couple of weeks, just having fun. And then I went on a trip, and when I came back, I had like 5,000 Tron, which at the time was, it's like $100, $200, $150.
Wow.
And I didn't understand where did these coins come from? And I realized, it's a dividend system. So by gambling on this website, I was able to earn their house token, and that house token pays a dividend based on what anybody loses. So think about this. If I could go to the Bellagio right now and sit down and play, as I come in, I sit down, I'm playing the game, and anytime I lose or anytime I bet anything, I earn a little piece of the house token.
Cash back.
It's basically a way of a dividend system. I own the casino now.
But are you saying, and I'm not as experienced with those dApps as you, if Cardano, if EOS, if any of these people, if they got an equally fun game,
Right.
are you brand loyal, or you're like, I'll go wherever I'll use them?
It's a great question. I think I'm brand loyal because I've learned how to use Tron and I'm comfortable with it, but also I like the transaction speed. The other platforms aren't in the position right now. They can't handle it. They aren't able to handle the amount of transactions or the speed with which they are processed that Tron can do. Right now, you'll see
Tron is fast.
it's super fast. And I mean, this last week has been difficult because Tron Bet has just kind of kicked up the gear with the volume. And I think it was $100 million in volume in a couple of days, which is, it surpasses every DApp across every.
I think I remember
you
last time I checked, Tron had the fastest and possibly even the most apps, but but Ethereum still had the most developers.
Yeah, and so I think that Ethereum has like the quality content, but I don't
Just
know.
a little slower.
Somebody says
Yes.
this guy is biased. He's paid by Tron. Is that?
Never. I would like to be. I'd love to get hired by Tron. Yeah. So I want to get hired by them. What I specifically want to do is I want to work for them in South America, bring in their like presence to the Latin American conferences. But I've never been paid by Tron anything at all ever. So,
Dude, I hope you do. That'd
I
be
would love to. Yeah, it's a goal. I mean, it's it could just that kind of connection or affiliation is never going to hurt unless they continue, unless the less than like professional things continue to happen. So he needs to clean up. Look, I'm a fanboy because it makes me money, but I can completely accept when things aren't correct. The Tesla giveaway wasn't handled properly. The way that they've done a lot of transitional stuff isn't good, and I can accept that, and I can say it directly.
The guy who won the car that eventually he got a payment, but he accepted Tron tokens as opposed to the car. Is that correct?
It was USDT, I believe.
Oh, it was Tether.
It was Tether, and it was a $30,000. Again, that might be 3028. I think.
No, it was like some like lesser value than an actual
I
test.
saw that Crypto Chico video, and he said like, "Oh, this guy was gonna get Tron tokens or something."
I think initially, so.
Nothing to the spokesperson.
Yeah,
Bad putting all this on you.
absolutely. I can only speak of what knowledge that I have.
Defend them.
I think initially the concept, he should have given the car away. You should have bought the car because one, that would have been awesome from a marketing standpoint, having a Tron car that you could drive around to conferences. You invite that person to every conference, so he shows up in the Tron car. That's beautiful.
Great pick. Would have been a great pick.
Exactly. So I don't know if it was a legality issue or what, but my thought is that they did USDT because of the legalities. But I don't know.
Let me ask you this one last question. Pure speculation.
Yeah.
Bitcoin by the end of the year. And by the way, guys, smash up the likes. Smash up the likes if you're feeling it.
18,400.
Bitcoin by the end of the year. That's what it's going to be.
Yep.
And this is what I've said. I've said it's definitely not going to be over 20K.
No, I don't think so.
Because if it is, all hell would break loose with that halving coming up. So could be right.
I think it'll hit 18.4. I don't think it'll be there, but
go
ahead.
A lot of our subscribers are enamored by you. They want you to plug your channel one more time because they want to hear more of your thoughts.
I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Mid-Earth Crypto. Follow me on Twitter or on YouTube. I haven't done a lot of YouTube content because the new baby has been a little bit difficult, but I've got a whole studio and I got a green screen and everything's coming up. Catch me on there on Twitch. Also, I've got a twitch.tv/Mid-Earth Crypto. So
get that baby on YouTube.
We've got over 400 people watching, so let's get one more.
Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.
Dude,
Appreciate you, man.
We'll see you later. Hey, guys, we have one more person for you. Unless one more person behind this camera. If more people